Well, you saw the announcement on MLB Network on Tuesday. Bob Melvin is your AL Manager of the Year. His Oakland A's won the AL West on the final day of the regular season. Before the year began, the A's unloaded 3 All-Star pitchers, and then Melvin had to deal with Bartolo Colon being suspended and Brandon McCarthy being injured. And the voting shook out like this. Melvin edges Buck Showalter for this award, where Robin Ventura, the third finalist, comes in a distant third place. So Bob Melvin, for the second time, is the Manager of the Year. Did it first time with Arizona, now with the A's. He only had one way of describing what it felt like to take home this honor.
I absolutely shocked. I mean, Buck had such a great year. Just to be talked about in the same light with, respected baseball people like Buck Showalter and Robin Ventura is quite an honor for me. So yeah, shocked would be the right word.
Humble and one of the good guys in the game for sure. Check out his A's through June 30th. They trailed the Rangers by 13 games in the AL West. The final standings, they led the division once the entire year, and that was after the final game in Oakland when they swept the Rangers. They completed that sweep. They finished with 94 wins. What a story in the American League. Boy, and they came so close to even moving on to the ALCS. But Mitch, tell us a little bit about Bob Melvin and what he was up against this season.
Well, number one, he's up against youth. He had to utilize a lot of youth in his rotation. And he had to deal with a bunch of, put it nicely, idiots. And I say that in the nicest way possible because I was a part of a team that was a whole lot like that A's team. And the thing that makes Bob special is he lets his guys be who they are. Whether it's Reddick with his long hair, Johnny Gomes with different facial hair every day. You see Reddick there in a Superman costume. There's managers that are good managers have to take a step back and take the time to learn the personalities of their players. If they do that, a lot of times, those are the guys that have success. And you're not going to change these players. And Melvin was smart enough to say, if I want the most out of them, I got to let them be them.
What impressed you, Al?
Yeah, I just what Mitch said. When you go into a season, and you mentioned about trading away 3 All-Star pitchers, then they, I remember in the wintertime when Billy Beane, they signed Yoenis Cespedes for $26 million. And, we're all saying, well, geez, they're trading away All-Star pitchers. They're getting back young pitchers. What are they? Now they just signed a heralded guy who's never played outside of Cuba. What are they doing? And now to allow what Mitch is saying, they're managers that will stifle certain guys. And I think that craziness that you see, and it fits with Oakland, that crowd, I thought was awesome watching those playoff games. Exactly. I mean, you talk about the momentum and mojo. Reddick, are you kidding? Chili Davis coming over, was in the minor leagues as a hitting coordinator, let Josh Reddick, he knew what he had, what a year he had. Grant Balfour eventually took the manager's job that was at the Bernie. Guys having a good time, Coco, Chris. You could go on and on. And it was real, Johnny Gomes, crazy, and I think it fed into it. And I think the way they were all playing, it was really about a bunch of guys saying, you know what, nobody thinks we can win, so what? Let's roll the dice, we're going to do it.